Hi, welcome back to the Distressed Princess. I'm Rhonda, and here are the DIYs I'm working on today. It's almost time for back to school, and the kids get to go to the store and pick out all their supplies, which is really fun for them. But I think that the mamas and the daddies should get to pick out really cute stuff too. So here's some back to school organization ideas that could look cute in your home. For the first DIY, you'll need this dry erase weekly planner that you get from the Dollar Tree. When you take it out of its packaging, it's going to naturally want to stay rolled up like this, and when you unroll it, it just won't stay. So I did like what you would do with a new rug. When you buy a new rug, if you roll it in the opposite direction, then it will help for the item or the rug to lay flat. The next thing I used was this cork placemat that I got at Target that was on clearance. So I know that I paid less than $2 for it. If you had to buy one full price, they're only $5. And this is what I'm going to stick the planner onto. When I bought the dry erase planner, I really believed that it was going to be a peel and stick. I really thought when I started this project that I would peel the backing off and stick it right onto this perfectly sized placemat. But things don't always work out like you think. I don't know why I assumed it was a peel and stick. It doesn't say that on the label. I should have paid attention. So yeah, if this is a peel and stick, I was never able to get the backing off of it. So plan B is just to use regular school glue, and I used a foam brush to brush some of it onto the back of the planner to get things started. I stuck that down to the placemat, and then I smeared the glue all over the placemat to get it stuck down. And I pressed down with it with a towel to make sure there were no air bubbles. Next, you will need one of these desk organizers from the Dollar Tree, and I got the black one, but they also had an aluminum color one, and we're going to attach it to our weekly planner. And the glue that I'm going to use for this project is the JB Weld Minute Weld. It is a heavy-duty glue. It comes with two different kinds of adhesives that have to mix together. That's why I have the paper plate and a stirring stick. Then you just apply it to whatever you're wanting to attach. And I really trust this glue. This is an outstanding option for something that you really need to hold up under all kinds of extremes. Then all you need are some dry erase markers. These came from the Dollar Tree, and I'll even test them out with this planner to make sure that they write well and that the ink can be erased from the planner really easy. And another thing you can do is get this little pad of planner stickers from the Dollar Tree and use that with your organizer because they're just so darn cute. To hang the organizer on the wall, I plan to use command strips. This next one is so simple and so cute. I want to make a bajillion of these. I want to make one for everyone I know. And all you need is a mug from the Dollar Tree and a stick-on letter and some Sharpie markers. Actually, my gold Sharpie marker was dried up, so I used my metallic marker from the Dollar Tree and I loved it, so I recommend that one too. I didn't wind up using the black Sharpie, just the silver and gold. Of course, pick whatever colors you're happy with or what matches your home. Then just go to town putting dots all around your letter. And to begin this project, I really thought I was going to remove the letter at the end, and then you would just have all these dots that would make the shape of the letter, which this is an idea that I've seen online many times, and I just finally wanted to do it for myself. But the more I started putting these dots, I was really liking that big black M on there, so I decided just to leave it. If you get any of the dots on the letter, if you're keeping the letter like I decided to do, you can remove those with nail polish remover and a Q-tip. And there you go, in less than 5 minutes time, it's a really cute pen holder. The next DIY is using this gray bucket that I got at the Dollar Tree. I loved it because it had these really nice metal handles. And I'm going to paint it with one coat of my linen white chalk paint just on the outside. And I only did one side at a time because you want to work with your paint while it's still wet. I'm going to drag my wood grain tool across this wet paint, making this bucket look like it has a wood grain. I dried the first side with my hair dryer, and then I went to continue painting on the other side. When you're using a wood grain tool like this, the secret is you want to rock it back and forth, not just a straight drag across, but you want to give it a rocking motion as you're dragging it, and that's what makes those knots. And what you wind up with this particular project is not necessarily a bucket that looks like it's made of wood, but it does look like a metal bucket that's been painted a really cool faux painting technique, at least I believe so. In this DIY, I'm using one of the paper mache boxes that you get at the Dollar Tree. I've had this in my stash for forever and a day and never knew really what I was going to do with it. But for this back to school DIY episode, I thought it would be perfect. And I'm going to paint it with one coat of Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. And as you see, I didn't paint the inside. That just gets too messy and it's not really required for this project. I'm going to decorate the box using some lines. And I'm going to use my silver and gold markers that I used in my pen holder DIY so that everything will match. Now all I did was mark off across the width of the box every 1/4 inch. And that way I knew where to draw my lines. I did silver vertical lines and I did gold horizontal lines. I decorated the box with a chalkboard sticker from the Dollar Tree and wrote on it with my silver pen notes. Then you could either cut some paper down to size to fit in the box, or you could just go buy some little squares of paper like sticky notes. Now, the adorable little purpose of this box is to hold the papers that you can easily grab when you're making your kids' lunches, and you can put little notes in their lunch boxes or in their lunch bags. The next thing's not really a DIY, but an idea for these cute chalkboard tags from the Dollar Tree is to write your kids' names on them, and you can use them sort of like a personal stamp to put on their things you send to school with them. Here's a look back at all the back-to-school DIYs today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video and get some great ideas to organize your home for back to school, and I'll see you next time. Bye.